Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Sales Unscripted podcast. I am Margaret Henney.
And I'm Bryan Neal.
And we are excited to be back again with you. Before we dive into things, by the way, obviously we always do our fun little witty banter. But I wanted to let everybody know about a really exciting thing we've got going on. We are celebrating. We're calling it a launch party.
It is a launch party.
It's a launch party. We've been doing this for a while now.
For
not decades.
Months.
It's been months.
We've done it for months.
We are having a sup launch party. And what's really fun about it is we get to celebrate this thing that we've had so much fun doing, that we've been building a following on. So part celebration. We will also be doing a live recording of one of our episodes in front of a live studio audience, which I'm excited about.
You've never done this, have you?
I've never done it.
See, I've done live recordings on my other podcast, and it is awesome. It's so
awesome.
Fun.
Okay,
it's
good.
so fun.
You guys, I'm nervous.
It's so fun. You should be nervous.
Okay.
I just did a video. I just did a speech out in California, and I cut some B-roll video, and I talked about being nervous before the game. For the show.
Okay, good.
If you're not nervous, you should probably reconsider what the hell you're doing.
I'm always nervous, but then we start doing it, and then I don't care, and then I'm just like in the flow and like really loving it.
So you're nervous like before we even start here?
No, not right here. This is different. No.
So it's just the people?
Yeah, just the people. But I like being in front of people.
I know you do. It's your deal.
I thrive on it. So
It'll be
we
awesome.
are extending this invite because it is going to be, of course, an in-person event. So I'm sorry to our national and international listeners, unless you want to come.
I was going to say, let's don't apologize and let's don't assume that people don't want to fly to Indianapolis for the SUP Sales Unscripted podcast launch.
Who wouldn't want to come?
Who wouldn't want to come?
Totally free event.
Yes.
We are asking that people register, so we're going to include the link.
Yep.
There's going to be some free drinks.
Yeah, that's one thing that most people can never say, but they make a joke and they go, free beer. Well, there really is free beer.
There's free beer.
Like there's legit free beer. It's at this really great hall.
Yes,
half liter in Indianapolis, Indiana. Let's do details.
Yes, details. Thank you. I wrote it down for this very reason. It's going to be on Wednesday, October the 26th. Sort of a happy hour vibe between 4 to 6 p.m.
Yep.
So at Half Liter, barbecue and beer hall is what it's called. It's such a great venue. We're really super excited to have it there. And it's in kind of like it's called Sobro, South Broad Ripple of Indianapolis. So.
And you should know that have you looked at our latest stats? Our latest invite stats. So we're about halfway to full, actually a little more than halfway to full. So I don't know, when's this one being released? I don't know when this episode is.
It will be released beforehand. So I think this is going to be released on in a couple days.
Okay,
Today's
a few
Friday.
days. Yeah, so we got a couple weeks to register still. But don't wait, kids. Free beer. And really fun. The best thing is you get to see how tall Margaret and I are. Everyone wants to know when you listen to a podcast or radio how tall people are. That's one of the things that when they meet people.
Wow.
I mean, think about that. And now especially what podcasting, you also want to see people because you don't know what they look like necessarily.
True.
But we do video. So that's
I am not impressively short or tall. I'm just very regular sized.
Yeah, I would say so.
So don't get too excited. Get excited about the beer.
I'm very, very normal. When we do the video, so that we adjust this,
we do.
like the newscasters
That's
do,
true.
which can too, right? So am I standing up or am I sitting down? You don't know. Is Margaret on the stool? You don't know. It's really fun, and we're gonna there's gonna be open mics and Q&A and lots of fun stuff to do. So
it'll be great and truly unscripted. So you guys get to see kind of like how the magic unfolds, which I think is going to be really fun for people to see, like how we get it going.
I actually dropped in. I was at a trade show. It was called Becker's Healthcare Trade Show. Really great trade show up in Chicago.
Riveting.
But yeah, it sounds really boring because it's like healthcare IT and revenue cycle management. A little boring,
I like the way you
but
say
we
that.
made it fun.
But it was cool. Okay.
It was really cool.
Nice.
But there's this woman sitting there, and she's had this little table set up with 2 microphones and said, pop up podcasts. I'm like, I do a podcast. We started
Love
talking.
it.
So I sat down and did a podcast with her. Isn't that great?
Oh my God, that's so fun.
You know what's even better?
Huh?
She was Miss Iowa last year.
What?
She was in the Miss America pageant.
Oh my gosh, that's
Isn't that crazy?
So cool.
Yes.
I've
and she's real shy, not shy about it, but she shouldn't lead with it, which I understand to a degree.
Are you kidding me? I would totally lead with that.
Exactly. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Miss Iowa. My name's Brianna. Yes.
Nice to meet you.
So,
That's
but
awesome.
I got to understand that process a little bit. It's very fascinating. It's very cool.
That is so
great questions.
cool.
But so I recorded a podcast with her.
Nice. I love that on the spot sort of thing where you can just kind of go on the fly.
Unscripted.
So,
Faux shiz.
Exactly.
What's up? You want a life update? Do I want one? What's new? Anything
I'll give
good?
you a quick one. I'm
You
super
engaged?
excited. No, you ask me this every time. God bless.
It's so annoying.
God, you
isn't
sound
it?
like Kathy Henney.
I know
You've been conspiring with my mother,
tell
haven't
the
you?
listeners who Kathy Henney is. She's
Kathy's
your
my
mama.
mother. Yes.
She's your mama. Poor moms. They just want their babies to be happy.
I know,
and
they
taken care
only
of,
want good
and they
things.
want grandkids. It's all out of good, but they don't know how to say it sometimes.
I know.
They just keep asking. And
Bless
then
her
does
heart.
she do backhanded commentary on that subject?
Oh my God, of course.
Like, well, if Derek would ever get off his ass and buy a ring, it's like, okay, Mom.
Actually,
maybe
she's
little
like
direct.
she's a little chiller than that. It's like really the fault is more on me. She was
It's your fault. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's my
Yeah,
fault.
well, if you could find a
so.
guy that could commit.
I know.
It's like, what are we doing?
Jeez, Kath, calm down.
Right? It's funny.
So anyway, shout out to Kathy.
So I interrupted. So
No, it's totally fine. So because we got our new house.
Yeah.
And there's this thing in Indianapolis. The neighborhood that we live in is called Cottage Home.
Awesome.
And they have this amazing block party every year, the Cottage Home block party. It's more of this like festival. They shut down the streets. They have all these lights strung out. There's vendors and concerts and beer carts. And so we are having like an open house for friends and family.
Oh, that's fun.
I know. So it's going to be great.
So all the SUP listeners are all invited to Margaret's house on October. You're gonna have more people at your house than you are at our lunch party.
I hope that's not true.
That would be fun. I
am telling everyone that's the only rule is BYOC.
Which let me think. I've got to watch my mouth here. BYOC. Bring your own cooler.
Bring your own chair.
Because
our house is so empty. We like just moved
great.
in.
That's a great idea.
Came from an
BYOC.
apartment, and so we're just going to fill it with
Bring
camping
your own
chairs.
chair. How great is that?
I know.
That's so fun.
We're providing the barbecue and the beer.
We need pictures.
Yeah,
we need
I'll let
pictures
you know.
of that for our SUP
It'll be
listeners.
funny.
That's really, really fun.
Yeah, that's very Indiana of me. I feel like though, like hillbilly, like bring your lawn chairs.
Well, do you remember the ones that used to get pension? No, you're too young.
No, I do the crappy
do?
ones.
Yeah, that
oh my
had
God.
the fabric. They had like the seatbelt fabric,
and they were
kind of.
always coming apart.
This is the worst.
You know what I mean?
Why does it take so long for people to invent things that seem like common sense?
I don't know.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Why
and then
did
the
it
new
take us
camping chairs came out, and you're
50
like,
years?
these are great.
Exactly. And this could be 50 years from now. Like, why did it take us so long to invent this?
I don't know what the
someone
next
thought it
thing
would be
is.
like a really good idea to make a chair made out of lead? And then someone came along and said, maybe we should like sew some cloth together and
Make it a little bit more
put some
comfortable.
leaves on here, make it softer.
God, you
It
should have
just takes
seen how
forever.
mad my brother was when the Snuggie came out.
Oh,
He was like,
Jesus,
I
what
totally invented that. He's like, it's called the Book Buddy. I was like, the Book Buddy? He's like, yeah, it's like a backwards robe so you can still read your book and be in a blanket. Yeah, anyway. So
But he just didn't take it to Shark Tank.
didn't do it. Didn't
Sorry,
do it.
man.
So. What about you? What's your life update?
Let's see. I'm just off the road. I've been traveling. This has been really cool. So I
It's
went to a
football
trade show.
season.
Well, not for that, for work.
Oh,
for
okay.
keynote speaking.
Okay.
For Brian Neal Speaks.
Wow.
Little self-promotion plug there. It's funny. You put energy into things. It just happens.
I love it.
I
Good
decided
for
this year
you.
I'm going to put energy into keynote speaking.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I bet
And
you're
we
great at it.
We just did the stats on like the revenue. It's like, holy shnikes. We got a little
Really?
deal. It's great.
Oh my gosh.
Did a great talk. I was at Becker's Healthcare Conference with a
Mm-hmm.
group called AGS Health for 2 days last week in Chicago, which is really awesome. And then flew out to USC Medical Center to a group of their leadership team. Who just medical people have been through hell and back.
Oh my gosh, over
year.
the
It's
last
been
couple
so
of
hard.
years.
So
I know.
this was it was really cool. It was a rejuvenation to reinvigorate. What did I say? Reinvigorate.
Yeah, reinvigorate. That's good.
Reinvigorate
Yeah.
their spirit.
Oh,
Isn't that
that's
cool
so
for their team?
cool.
Yeah, so you gave
What
a
a
very,
great place
I
to
gave
do
my
it,
most
too.
vulnerable talk ever
Did
on
you?
stage, and vulnerability always wins.
Oh,
it
my
always wins.
gosh.
When you get rid of all the worry,
Yeah.
and just put yourself out there, you can't lose. You cannot lose. I learned
That's
that this
cool.
weekend. So for what that's worth, and I was nervous, and
But you
didn't
did
need
it.
to be. Didn't
Okay.
need to be. People are for you.
No, I
People are
need you
for
to say that because then maybe that will be my mantra going into our live
Live
recording.
event. I love it.
So.
I love it. Okay, what we're talking about today. At some point, we're going to talk about a topic, which
I
is
know. Our topic is end of the
the
year.
year. Yeah.
Yes. Ending strong. And we're talking about it. We're both like,
end of the year.
And we're doing it now.
it's so
Because
funny.
people don't think about the end of the year
Well,
until it's too goddamn late.
I have a snarky comment about that.
Tell me.
I said in October, whatever, 2nd or 3rd, whatever the Monday was last week. I was like,
Yeah.
here we are. We're starting Q4. I'm like, no, we're not.
No.
Q4 is pretty much done.
Yeah.
You started Q4
Ooh.
back in August. You just didn't know it.
Wow.
Seriously, but you did because you got this compressed timeline.
I have to say that makes my heart
I know,
like
but
drop
it's true.
into my butt.
Dude,
you
it's
know?
over.
You know what I mean? That feeling. We were like,
I kind of don't.
You totally know what I mean.
If anyone knows what it feels like to drop your heart in your butt, would you please email me, Bryan@blind-zebra.com. In the subject line, just put
Somebody
heart
feels
into
me.
butt, and then we'll see.
You guys get it.
Somebody
knows what I'm talking about. Shut up, Bryan.
Oh, that is so funny. I love it.
So it's the end of the year
now. It's over. Well,
It's over.
I don't want that sounds really bad.
Give up.
It's
No, I'm
not
teasing.
over. And it's going really fast. A couple things. We've talked about this in the past that I'll love your take on this. Number one is the compression of time is different than any other quarter in the year because of the holidays here in the U.S. And regardless of what brand of anything that you practice holiday-wise, if you celebrate Thanksgiving or don't or Christmas or Hanukkah or anything else, doesn't matter. The United States pretty much disappears for a week at Thanksgiving and for the last 2 weeks of December.
That's true.
Always. So you as a sales professional think you've got a lot of time left and you don't.
Yeah.
You're actually down to less than 8 weeks of active time right here, and it's October the 7th. You're already down to 8 weeks. Whoopsie daisy. Now, there's good news.
Okay.
But wait, there's free beer.
Yeah, good. Tell me. I was like, give me the good news.
Yeah. What you have in front of you is the chance to get really hyper-focused on deals that can close. Here's a little saying I stole from a client. In the year, for the year. In the year, for the year. That means to start to separate deals that you have a high level of confidence from a timing standpoint can close in this year, for this year, and those that will push. And that's the separation point. Most people separate improperly in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
They separate for quality. They go, oh, yeah, I think co-video is going to sign.
Okay.
That's one version of analysis. A better version of analysis in the fourth quarter is when are they going to sign?
Okay, got it.
Or are they going to decide no? So we use this little cheesy stoplight deal. Have we been through this before?
No,
Have you
I-
been through your
no,
team?
no, no,
Oh, this is
tell
new
me.
content. I
Yay.
love to get your take on
New
it.
content alert.
We have a little 4-circle stoplight as we teach at Blind Zebra.
4-circle stoplight.
4 circles. Yeah, because there's it's too much in the middle.
Okay, all right, okay.
And you've been through, I'm sure you've sped before. Are you a speeder? Do you drive fast? Oh, do you drive like a ninny?
No, I don't drive like a ninny.
Okay, well, the way you said that, and I can see you know how some people surprise you? That's one thing that would, I would think normal, like Margaret's outgoing, she's fun, she's crazy, da-da-da-da, but I could see her driving real conservatively.
Okay, so truth bomb. We won't
please.
go like too far on this really
Vulnerability,
quick.
let's go.
I know. I think I used to be a little bit more of a daredevil, and then a couple years ago, I was in a motorcycle accident.
Oh my God, you were?
Yes.
I didn't know this.
I was riding on the back of a motorcycle, and we got hit by a car.
Holy shit, I
Yes,
didn't know this.
I know.
I didn't know
and
this.
And so I have some like trauma.
You think?
So I get really weird,
Dude.
especially when it comes to going through
God.
lights.
Oh my God.
I get some anxiety and I have to.
I'm sorry you deal with that. That's
okay.
awful.
Thank you. And
that is
like
awful.
we were all like miraculously
Serious.
like very okay. No broken bones. I had some road rash.
Oh my
And had some
God.
like, big bruises and stuff. But
Yuck.
like for all intents and purposes, we came out amazing. Had my helmet on, had my long pants, my boots, all that sort of thing. But anyway, so suffice it to say, when I go through intersections, in my head, I have to be like, no one is trying to hit you.
No, that's
no
awful.
one is trying to hit you. Like, it's crazy. So I'm not so much of a daredevil as I used to be.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
sorry
Truth
that
bomb,
happened.
vulnerability.
Did your heart go into your butt? Or
My heart was into and out of my butt. Yes.
That is scary.
It was
and as a
crazy.
former motorcycle rider, there are two types of motorcyclists: those that have been in an accident and those who will be. That's the thing. It's
Exactly.
bad, but it's bad. I laid my bike down.
Yep.
I had a Harley back in the day and laid it down in some gravel, just going.
Yep.
Not even too fast, just
Nope.
fast the wrong place, and just laid it down flat. Just me, thank God, laid it
Yep.
down in some grass, but.
And you were
if
done
there was
after
a car
that?
behind me. A couple more years, but
Yeah.
close to it. Like, okay, all
Yeah.
good. Check. Had a
Yeah,
motorcycle.
did that.
Check.
Good work.
Anyway,
Okay.
that's from the 4-circle stoplight
Okay, sorry.
because we add a yellow plus and a yellow minus to yellow.
Okay.
So instead of doing like when you speed, it's like yellow minus is like granted red. You know what I mean? Well, it was yellow minus, man, when you get pulled over. Yeah. And then what you do is you evaluate for timing only. So you evaluate, will this company, this prospect of mine, be able to give me a decision before my year ends? It doesn't mean if they can't that it's a bad deal.
Yep.
Doesn't mean you don't pursue it. You just see for timing, like
Maybe just put it
will
on
work.
ice.
That's it. Well, here's what we do. This is really cheesy.
Yeah.
But it works. It's a tool. We pick what's called a Yeti.
Okay.
A Yeti is not what you think it is. Not Y-E-T-I. Like you
Not
drink.
like the cooler.
Well, I joke now when I say
whatever.
is Yetis are really for moms and dads to consume alcohol at Little League sporting events.
Absolutely,
That's
100%.
what Yetis are for. Completely,
Genius.
right? They're
Yeah,
Little League
obviously.
booze hiders. That's what Yeti is. Yeti stands for it's Y-E-D-D, year-end decision date. Year-end decision date. It's the
Okay.
date by which I need to have everyone's answers. I'm the
Okay.
salesperson. You're the prospect. I need to have everybody's answers, and it's not the 31st.
No.
On
that's
purpose.
too late. Yeah.
Right? Too late. And everyone's gone.
Yep.
Everyone disappears.
Okay.
I jokingly say people either vacation over the holidays or they vacation at work over the holidays.
Yeah.
Either way, people vacation.
Well, and there's something else that I think you probably have to think about too, because like depending upon the deal too, like for instance, we work with a decent amount of universities.
Yeah.
And they might give us a yes, but there's still red tape.
Totally.
Like
There's
that doesn't.
They can't get yes.
It's not just a yes. It's like, is the
Totally.
deal in? Is it signed?
signed?
And
Totally.
in? You know, because a yes and then like all the procurement and stuff,
Totally.
like that isn't gonna cut it. You're probably
No.
not gonna make it under the wire.
It's a great example, which makes it fun. People think that's bad. That's
No,
fine.
no,
I
it's
just
fine.
want clarity. I just need to know what's going to close before I leave. And then what happens is once you pick your Yeti, so at Blind Zebra, we picked December 16th because
Okay.
we shut our company down the last 2 weeks to
Yeah.
go play holiday Christmas stuff. And so December 16th. So we need everyone's decision by December 16th. Here's what the decisions are. There's 3 of them.
Okay. Ooh, I
One is
love
yes.
options.
Signed contract.
Okay, yeah.
Not just a verbal yes.
Not just a verbal.
Signed contract. A no. Not going to work with you.
Not
Not
even
going
in
to do
the
the deal.
future.
A no.
Got
not
it.
for just not right. Definitely this contract is a no.
Okay.
Or a clear future date scheduled for January.
Love
It's
it.
on the calendar. One of those 3 things on or before the 16th. So those of you listening to this, as the Q4 goes on, you should start to see separation of those yellows in the middle for time. Like, so the yellow should become red. Red just means they're not going to sign or give you a decision, but it's still open.
Yeah.
Your university ones that your team deals with, those could easily be red, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we're going to do this. We're going to implement it first semester.
This is giving me warm fuzzies because there's so much to think about, because also salespeople are thinking about their holidays, their families,
Yes.
their vacations, right? So if you can narrow your focus on what you can do in the rest of the quarter and the rest of the year, and everything else, you can be like, hey, we'll get a clear future date. We'll deal with that shit in January.
Totally.
Right? And just be
Totally,
like, let's
totally.
focus up on the ones that we think we're going to close right now.
Yes.
And I'm someone who, throughout the rest of the year, I'm really positive. And so I'll let deals go on for a while.
Yeah.
And that would string out
Totally.
at the end of the year. So
Totally.
this is giving me gold.
It's really wonderful, and
Okay.
there's clarity behind it. You can go in, and I started this thing selfishly because my family's like a huge Christmas family. Like we do all sorts of these traditions and
Fun.
stuff. And I was working through the holidays so much, on and off, and trying
Yeah.
to chase contracts down, and I'm like, I hate this. I'm like, I'm just going to try to end the year like the middle 15th or 16th. I always pick the Friday before the week that has Christmas in it. That's my Yeti.
And so people should be starting to get those
Now.
Okay, got
for
it.
sure. And
Okay.
talk about pick a Yeti. That's a step from this.
Okay.
Some of my clients this year, because Christmas is on a Sunday, so you could like cash out that first week before it or maybe after. But we picked the 16th. I had one client pick December 9th because they have a lot of contract red tape.
Okay.
One of my clients picked December 21st. One picked the 23rd. Doesn't matter what you pick
Okay.
as long as you know it. As long as it's not the 31st.
Okay, so first we're picking a Yeti.
Pick a Yeti.
Then we're going to take a look at our open opportunities.
You got it.
And we're going to start.
Green, yellow plus yellow minus red
Got it.
for timing.
For timing on.
Not for quality, for timing.
Right. And that doesn't mean they won't close in the future.
Correct.
We're just looking at the ones that we think we can close, that we feel really good about closing before the end of the year on that Yeti.
You got it.
Got it. And,
And
then
then
for those are the babies we start working.
You start working, and you know what
Okay.
you do first? You
Tell
work
me.
the middle. The priority grid goes yellow plus yellow minus green red. Because see, people work the greens,
Yeah,
but
I
they're
would do that.
greens. Everybody would, because you think, oh, they're my good deals, and they're going to close anyway.
Yeah,
the
good
yellow
point.
ones need some. Because what happens
Little
if you
extra help.
don't do what we're teaching here? Mm-hmm. Things drift. It's just what you said, Margaret. Things drift into the holidays, and that 2-week break kills the deal.
Yeah, exactly.
It was going great before that, and you just lose momentum. Then you
Yep.
call them the first week of January, like, hey, how was the holiday? Great. So, hey, just want to get reconnected. So, you know what? I'm really busy after the
Digging
holiday.
myself
Oh
through
my
these
God.
emails.
Why don't we just, I'm probably just going to put this on the shelf for now.
Yep.
But you were just ready to close it, December 8th.
That's
and now
true.
it's dead.
Okay.
That's what this solves.
Oh, I love it. I
It's
love
so
when we
great.
have tactics that we can be
it's
like,
so
okay,
good.
do this, go. So now you guys know the game plan
That's it.
for the rest of the year. Pick your
what you
Yeti.
do.
Start figuring out which is your deals.
Your deals.
Green,
yellow, plus,
yellow minus, and red.
And then start in the yellows.
I love it.
Isn't that fun?
All right.
And be very careful when you go through an intersection.
Exactly.
Pray for Margaret when she goes through an
When
intersection.
you're
No one's trying to hit me.
and
No
let
one's
me
trying
know
to
what
hit
it
me.
feels like when your heart drops into your butt,
drops into
because I
your
know you
butt.
guys know what I'm talking about.
I can't wait for someone to say, there's going to be this big camp. Like, I know, I feel you, girl.
See,
I got this.
I'm telling you.
Your
We'll
heart
hear
drops
the
into your
answers.
butt. That's
And
really,
sign
really
up,
funny.
guys, because we want to see you live and in person for our launch
Both shows.
later this month. We'll see you then.
Okay, cheers, bye.
Bye.